What's going on, YouTube? Just making another video here, contest video for, actually hold on a second, for Tylox the Mighty. I don't know, some reason you just had to, I had to hold the hammer up when I said Tylox the Mighty. Yeah, whatever, just forget I just did that. So but yeah, so this is for his Tylox's 50 subs contest. Congrats on making up to 50 subs. You're probably over that by now. Sorry, I'm sitting all itchy and stuff. Yeah, so I recently subscribed to you, or I think you subscribed to me first, and I resubscribed to you. And I've been watching your videos. I know you just recently started doing this, and just like me, I've only been doing it for 2 months, maybe 3 months, something like that. Not very long myself, so I think you'll be up there in no time. You know, I reached 100 pretty quickly, and I know you will too. So you have you always make a habit of commenting on my videos, whether just to, you know, make a small comment, and I do appreciate people who make comments to my videos. So I try to do the same thing back to you. Like, you know, if you watch the video I just posted, whichever one I post first, you know, maybe this video or the one I want to post after this video. Let's say I've been pretty busy recently, so you know, I try to make as many comments as I can recently. Let me turn this down a little bit. I can't really hear myself think. I'm trying to put some music in it, you know, because it just seems to be dead silence behind my videos, and you know, I go back and rewatch my videos and try to, you know, to see if I can maybe do something to make it a little bit better or anything, you know. But yeah, so I'm just, you know, like I said, congrats on your subs, and you definitely deserve them. And I want to get right into your questions. You had a few questions in there that are different than whatever people put out, you know, and I really enjoy making these videos and participating in the community. So it's not really the comic books. I haven't won anything yet, but anyway, I won 5th place for, I think it's Cotman Comics. I don't know if they even sent the books out yet or anything, but I just like participating. So oh, I didn't even say, before I get into your questions, I just want to say to my buddy Tim Moran, I don't know if you noticed the shirt I was wearing now, but I wore it for my buddy Tim Moran's a lady, you know, Ponies Forever. I told him in a previous video that I would wear my pony shirt in one of my videos, so there it is, Tim. It's for Tim and your lady there. Ponies Forever. So I almost forgot about that. I put this shirt on specifically for this video so I could show it off. But yeah, I wrote down your questions, so I'm just going to get right into the questions. Okay, show your favorite cover by your favorite artist. Well, you know, I like a number of artists, but I think my all-time favorite artist is Nick Cardy. So I would say that my favorite cover by Nick Cardy is my Aquaman #1. I'm going to be doing things backwards again, so I'm not used to facing the camera. But yeah, so Aquaman #1. I love the Nick Cardy artwork from back in the Silver Age. It's, I don't know, it's just something about the colors. I don't know, just something about them. I love these covers, you know, and I figured I'd also pull out my #2. I got a #2 also. And you know what? I only paid for that #2. I paid $20 for it, $25, something like that. It wasn't very much at all. And I came back at a 7.5, so that's pretty cool. But this one here is definitely my favorite. So I don't know if you can see the artwork on there. It's got a little writing on this cover, but it's an 8.0. So sorry about the glare. Oh, I'm not very good at facing the camera. So yeah, incredible artwork. I just, like I said, I think it's the colors. I just can't describe why I love these old Silver Age cards by Nick Cardy. But yeah, I just do. I guess I didn't grab it. I thought I had grabbed, I had the Teen Titans #1 also, which was also done by Nick Hardy. I thought I grabbed it to show, but I guess I didn't. So, but yeah, so that would definitely be my favorite cover by my favorite artist. You know, so. The second question is, who is the worst hero and why? You know, I have a hard time with this, thinking about one. And I can't really think about, you know, I thought of someone finally, and I'm sorry, I don't know the superhero's name or anything, but I can describe where I saw him at and stuff. I just didn't feel like looking through all the back issues and try to find what his name was. But, you know, I don't know, I like a lot of the superheroes. I mean, there's always something about a superhero that I enjoy. I can't really say who's the worst one, but the worst one I could think of is one that was in the recent X-Men series. I think it was the X-Men. I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of the X-Men storylines. And there's this guy this kid that would shoot bubbles out of him. I don't know, these bubbles. I stopped reading the storyline, so I don't know where it really went, what happened to him. But this guy just shot bubbles out of him, and I just thought it was kind of ridiculous, like these balls, bubble balls or something. I don't know what the hell they were, and I don't remember his name or anything. But I just remember thinking, this is so stupid, you know. And I guess, you know, hey, when you have mutant powers, you don't have any control of what mutant powers you get. And I guess you're going to have some really dumb mutant powers sometimes, you know. Hopefully, if I ever get mutant powers, I will not start shooting bubbles out of myself, you know. So that would say probably the worst superhero I've ever seen. I don't know if he was really a superhero. I guess he was in the X-Men. I guess he was a superhero. But yeah, why? Is just because I think it's stupid. You know, bubbles. I don't know if later on they showed a use for it. I stopped reading the storyline, but I don't know. I read a couple issues and he just kept shooting bubbles out of himself. And just stupid, you know. So, favorite storyline, and, you know, I've watched my videos. This is easy for you guys to guess what it was going to be. Primer, with Primer #2, first appearance of Grendel, and this is the first Grendel. I didn't pull my other ones. I already had these out from a previous video I made, so I didn't put them back. But, yeah, so the Grendel storyline, the original Hunter Rose one, that's my favorite storyline I've ever read. And, you know, I'm sure there are better storylines, and I'm positive there are, but for me, it's just, you know, it's like I said before, it's nostalgia. You know, it's just the first storyline that I remember really, really enjoying when I was a kid. And it stuck with me, you know. It just holds a special place in my heart, you know. I'm gonna start tearing up here, you know. Sorry. But yeah, it's just you know, there's tons of great storylines that came out, you know. I mean, there's so many of them, you know. Recently, the storyline I'm into now is the Rachel Rising story. You know, incredible storyline. I love Terry Moore. He's such a good artist and good writer. And then you got the Scott Snyder stuff, the Batman series, and there's just so much. You know, there's so many different things, you know. But yeah, so but this one just for me is my favorite storyline, and just because it, you know, it holds a special place, you know, for me. So that's the answer for that one. Okay, fourth question is best death in comics. You know, I didn't think too hard about this one. I just thought which one was the one that stuck out to me, and it goes back to my childhood. You know, I remember it was such a huge thing when this happened. I remember when it was putting the books out and it was all the lead up to it, and it was just so huge at the time. And it had such a, you know, impact on, I think, people back then. Now people look back on it, it's not that big of a deal. But it was the death of Superman, you know, the Doomsday. Let me see. So that's just the one that really, if I think, I mean, when I first saw that question, or I read that question, it's the one that popped in my mind right away. because it was just I remember it happening when it came out in comics. This is back when I was a teenager, and when I was actually reading comics and buying comics. This is when I first started back when I was a teenager. I just remember, you know, this, and it was one of the biggest things in comics at the time, or else I remember it being, you know. So the Death of Superman. This is number 17, the first appearance of Doomsday, first cameo, and then you got 18, the first full appearance of Doomsday, I think it is, and then you got number 19, and I don't have the actual Death of Superman with the, you know, the poly cover on it and stuff like that. I don't have that. It's just, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Well, maybe I do have it. I don't think I do. I haven't picked it up yet. It just, you know, they're not expensive, and I see them all over the place, and other books take precedence. But that's the one that, the first one that popped in my head. And, you know, I could say the Death of Wolverine, but that's just ridiculous. They're going to bring him back anyway, so. The Death of Captain America would be another one. In the, oh my god, what's the storyline? Who is it? Oh my gosh. Huh. I was just looking at the books too. Brubaker, the Brubaker storyline with the, you know, where Winter Soldier's introduced and all that stuff. And I think he died in issue 25. But yeah, but Superman would be the Death of Superman by Doomsday is definitely the best death in comics, I think. You know, so. Let me see, and the last one, the favorite group in comics, come on. That's so easy for me, and I'm sure everyone knows which one I'm going to say. Well, at least everyone that's watched my videos. And it's the Avengers. It's definitely the best group in comics. Why? I don't know. It just is. It is. I think the original group, definitely the original group is the best one, but, you know, that's just because that's the ones that I enjoy, you know, Thor and Hawk and Ant-Man and Wasp and Iron Man, and then you got Captain America that gets introduced, and number 4, he joins, and then Giant Man comes on, and it just, I mean, and plus over the years it's changed so many different times, and there's been so many new characters introduced, some good, some bad, you know, it's just, you know, and it's been going on for so long. I mean, it just, if it wasn't a good group, come on, it wouldn't be around, you know, five volumes later, whatever it is, you know, I mean, just the first series is over 400 books. And with multiple different characters in there. You know, of course I had my favorite character, Thor, you know, is in the Avengers. And then you got, well, beside Aquaman, but, you know, but Thor is definitely my favorite Marvel superhero, so, I don't know, I can't really say why. I just really, really enjoy the Avengers. I don't like the new series. I don't know. I'm just, I started reading the new series, and I kind of got into it, but it just lost me in up to like volume number 20 or something like that. But these original Silver Age storylines, they're just incredible, you know. And you know, I mean they're incredible. I mean, I really can't say why. I'm sorry, I can't put into words why they're my favorite. You know, and I can't even, I mean, of course you got like the X-Men, I mean, they would be an awesome group, but I'm sure they're, of course they're more widely known, I guess, than the Avengers are. Avengers are more of a recent movie phenomenon, I guess, with the X-Men have been around for a while, but the Avengers for me are always going to be my favorite group in comic books, so, and I think that's all the questions you asked. So I just want to say thanks, you know, thanks for having this contest, and you've been making some great videos, and I know your collection is small right now and you're building it up, but you know what, hey, that's how I started, and I've only been collecting for, it's been less than 2 years now. I know December will be 2 years I've been collecting. And I've been able to build up in that 2 years a pretty good collection, I think. So I think you should just stick at it. You know, if this is what you enjoy doing, and you know, keep making your videos. It's great to have more people in this community, and like I said, I just joined this community, but I really enjoy being a part of it. And you know, congrats on your 50 subs again. Like I said, you definitely deserve it, and you know, I hope you keep getting some more subs, and I hope you keep making videos. So that's about all I have to say, and just congrats again. Thanks.